Welcome back to Sports Ham. Fucking sub already. Okay, I love that. I don't know if we're gonna get better. I was
We're
just
keeping
reading like
it.
content will get better too. I promise. Okay, so the Mets have been doing a lot of this lately. Check it out. Jeff McNeil having the time of their lives, sliding downhill. They were figuratively sliding downhill, and now they're literally doing it, which is great. This is at Williamsport, of course. They are playing. They just played over the weekend against the Seattle Mariners in the Williamsport Classic.
Yeah, they're out there sledding downhill. Not very well at all.
Yeah,
They're sledding
and
about as well as they're playing.
they've been on the skid for a while now,
Yeah.
but now many people are putting their hopes into their latest prospect, who they just called up over the weekend, Nolan McLean. So yeah, Nolan McLean provided the struggling Mets with a much-needed lift after going on a skid for the last 2 months. A lot of people would say. Tossed a 5 1/3 scoreless innings in his debut against the Mariners. The Mets would go on to win 3-1, much needed, of course. He allowed 2 hits with 4 walks, struck out 8, and helped the Mets win just their third game in the last 17. What has happened to the Mets?
Yeah, I mean, what is happening with the Mets? But this play here that he did was absolutely fantastic. Behind the back, that double, instant classic. That was just absolute perfection. More of that, and maybe they could turn it around. Maybe.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think they're turning it around. I think everybody should just buckle up and be ready. I think that cute little downhill sliding intro we did is just like the nice way of putting it.
Yeah, I know they're still dabbling with that last wild card spot with the Cincinnati Reds right now. This team was well on the way. They were leading the division for a little while, and they just let the Phillies continue to bury them as the season has gone on. The last 2 months, again, like I said, have been horrendous. I think in their last 18 games, they were 16-2, so now they're 3-19, at least at this time of recording. Just a shame of what's been going on. This is a big budget team with the richest owner of any sporting franchise ever. And watching them kind of disintegrate like this has been abysmal. I mean, whenever the pitching staff is on, the batters are gone. Whenever the batters are there, they have to score 8 runs because the pitching staff is fucked. So right now, it doesn't seem like everything is happening when it should. Obviously, everything when it comes to baseball, they play 162
Yeah.
goddamn thousand fucking games a season, and it just seems like they can't ever get it right at the right time. The season's closing out. We're almost in September, and something's got to happen quick, and it has to happen
Yeah.
right now.
But it's not going to. I hope it does. I really do, but I don't know. Sometimes I look at the team and I'm like, they're just not going to put it together. There's not. It's kind of how I felt about I know this is not baseball, but Keandre Miller for the New York Rangers,
Mm.
where he has all the talent, he can just never put it all into one game, right? It's a similar vibe with the Mets. They endless talent, so much talent on that team. They even got that guy Juan Soto, who's how old is he?
You talking about 26-year-old Juan
Oh,
Soto, who
oh,
looks like
26-year-old
who
Juan
looks like
Soto.
he's
They
40.
even got that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Brandon Tierney went on to talk about how the Yankees potentially didn't want to sign him to a max contract because they believed he wasn't actually the age he was saying he was. What the fans said, he asked the question I think we're all thinking when you look at someone like Juan Soto. He says, "Does he look 26? When you're 26, you have a youthful glow." I think there's a good chance he's not 26. I'll say it.
Whoa,
Close
time out.
quotes.
A youthful glow. What is this guy doing right now? Like,
I
what is he
don't
fucking
know.
talking about? What does he go around looking at all baseball players and checking for their youthful glow? What the fuck did I just hear? What the
to
hell?
to be fair, he doesn't have a youthful glow. I will say that. I'm not saying he looks old. I don't want to bash
Are you talking about
someone's
Juan
beard.
Soto? Oh no, he looks old as shit. You said 40 earlier, and that was an understatement. That was
Well,
like
yeah, and there's something to say about this. Does he look 26? Some people would speculate he looks a couple years older, so 28 potentially.
yeah.
Would you still have a youthful glow when you're
I think he's
28?
in his 30s. I think he's in his 30s,
There's a
but
chance.
very interesting, and maybe one day we'll get to the bottom of that at the bottom of the hill that the Mets are all hanging out at.
Still sliding.
Maybe
I think. I
somewhere
think.
down. Still
Can we cut back
sliding.
to that slide? Are they still sliding? Yes, they are. There they go. They are going.
But my point here, I'm right there with you. I would love to see them all bring it together, and they have all the talent to do it. But yeah, it seems like in their 100 and whatever games so far, like they just can't figure it out. Will this McLean suddenly change the game for them? Like if he does, great.
Yeah, I mean, if it takes a rookie to come up to, give you that boost when you have the most expensive baseball hitter who's ever lived, and you have the best shortstop in the league right now, I don't really know what you do about that, especially when you just
You
had
know what I was thinking
uh,
about when it just came to me? You're talking about the shortstop, Lindor, and you can tell that they're desperate for a good moment because they beer showered him from the cooler.
I love that.
When it was reported as beer in coolers as a celebration for his debut. So it got me wondering, like, maybe they're not playing so hot because they're drunk as fuck.
I was gonna say,
Like,
how did you have that full of beer already? Was it just
yeah,
in the dugout?
dude, those things hold a lot of liquid. Like,
It's the size of a keg.
it is basically a keg. But I think it was cool that they showered him and celebrated after they drug him back to the clubhouse. And they did it in the middle of an interview. Classic, classic movie ending. Classic.
What could go wrong?
And apparently, the vibe over at City Field is things are good for the first time in a long time.
Quote, good, unquote. Mets are hopefully trying to feel good. I don't think that's good enough when you're spending this much money on the team. Anyways, that's all our takes on it. This is Sports Ham. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe down below. Let us know what you think.